Alright guys, here's the next one. Full wrap coming up on this Range Rover Sport. Pretty cool car. Obviously it's supercharged from factory, and the owners put a Valvetronic exhaust on it, so it has a nice deep tone to it. So pretty cool. You don't really see these modded, but yeah, so pretty much we're doing the whole white bottom half of the car. So the top half that's black is staying that way, as we do most Range Rovers. The thing with this one is it was repainted. There are some paint issues, so I just want to go over it. Make sure, you know, I take pictures and get a video of everything. He also has these additional flares on the car, which I don't want to remove. He doesn't want me to remove them, but when you get closer, I just don't see a way that I can wrap this without taking them off. I mean, like, just it would have to be done in multiple pieces, just trying to fit pieces in there. And whoever did the body work, he already told me wasn't a really good job. He had to spend a lot of money to get it fixed. You can see tons of overspray on the rubber seal here. So I just don't see a world where I don't remove these, because there's just no way. Like, working around this is going to take 10 times longer than removing it and reapplying new tape. But also there is a risk, because if it was repainted and installed right away, what I do to remove it with fishing line and everything could possibly remove the paint as well. Obviously, you know, I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but you could tell even if you don't wrap, I mean, there's no way I'm working around. I would have to wrap this whole piece and then this piece separate and then do another piece underneath, instead of just running one full piece to cover everything. So these kind of flares, even though the owner asked me not to, he asked me not to remove them, I kind of told him, you know, I might mess with it, because a couple of them you could even see still that I'll show you over here. I think they're kind of already separating, so whatever tape they used, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of popping off. So I mean, with aftermarket stuff, this is just how it goes, but I'm gonna have to remove, reapply new tape and whatnot. The fact that this car is white is gonna make it 10 times harder for sure. Range Rovers are always like that, you know, just getting around all these little weird grooves and whatnot. You can see overspray on the plastic trim here. So this car is not perfect with the body work, but we're gonna get it done. It's going in a beautiful color. I'll show you guys. It's like satin black, but a little bit lighter. It's called Satin Nero. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started with taking the badges off here, the front, fully washing it, and getting it ready. So he also told me these sensors, not to mess with them because they're held in with glue, so not to like push them in or anything. You know, the body shop completely messed it up, I guess. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a mission. This car will be a mission, but we'll get it done as we always do. What's up, guys? This is the final update on the Range Rover Sport. This thing was a mission. I kept it for a couple extra days just because, you know, the extra work with the flares that I'll go over and everything like that. You know, just hiding the white in general, the base color is just insanely hard on these things. Even though the whole top stays black, this car still takes a very long time to do because of all the extra little things like the lower parts of the car, which is not, you know, just the door. It's like a whole separate piece that you have to do. So yeah, overall it came out amazing. This color is unreal. It's KPMF Satin Nero. So it's kind of like a satin black, but a little bit lighter going into the grayish tone. And yeah, this thing looks like a literal brand new car. I mean, it looks amazing. The paint that I showed you guys in the beginning, you could literally tell the freshly painted white to the old white. And the car just looked terrible. And now he's got, you know, 3, 4, 5 years out of this thing with this wrap. And it's just insane what wrap can do. This color completely transformed the car. And as you guys could see, you know what I'm saying? It's a really, really nice color. Suits these Range Rovers really nice. So obviously full wrap in that. We did gloss black badges on the front, back. We kept some badges off on the back. Front end was the front end, nothing really there other than the bumper. All these flares though, when you're looking at them, you know what I'm saying? They were fully removed, okay? Fully removed. There was tape on them that I had to spend. Just on the flares, I spent a full extra day. Because if you count removal, you know, stripping the old tape, wrapping them or cleaning them, wrapping them, reapplying tape and putting them back on, it's a whole day's worth of work. So yeah, these things were no joke. They're just like kind of extensions. But you know, as I explained in the beginning, there's no way I would have been able to get around all this without removing the flare. There would just be a bunch of seams, a bunch of pieces. There's always dirt trapped behind that stuff, so there's no way, but it looks factory now. These were fully replaced with brand new ones because the clips broke, and the body shop that did it just didn't do a good job. They super glued or hot glued the pieces back on. You could see their paint runs over here, little dots and stuff like that. There's a big paint run right here. Let me if you could see it right here. Kind of see it right there. There's overspray everywhere on the seals right here. So it looks like I didn't wrap something, but it's literally just overspray. It's in between every door practically. And it looks bad, but there's nothing I could do about that. That's just overspray from the body shop. Same thing here. Overspray on this seal. So see that little white strip? There's just dust all over, paint dust on that as well. So yeah, as you guys can see, it's fully wrapped, fully covered as far as it possibly can be. And it came out amazing. It's just these are definitely a mission if they're white or a brighter color, just because of all these separate pieces. I mean, normally those fender flares wouldn't be there, but those lower parts of the door too just take a while, you know. You gotta tuck behind them, then redo that piece, and then yeah, it's just a bunch of work. I can't really explain it, but if you've wrapped one of these, then you know. But anyway, moving to the back, the taillights were removed and fully wrapped underneath. So everything here came out awesome. You can't see anything. Even behind this trim, I fully took it off. And you just can't see any white. This trunk is done in 3 pieces. The middle, this strip, and then the main piece. Black badges again on the back. And then the bumper probably took me about 8 hours, if I'm being honest. It's just so many pieces that you have to do with these that, you know, it's actually insane. Normally, I've done a Range Rover that was black or a different color, And this lower part where this seam is, where this seam, it's not a real seam, it's just an indentation, but this lower part would all be gloss black. In this case, it was all white, including the diffuser. So that diffuser probably took me like an hour and a half alone. Plus it's not the best paint job, so I'm worried that it's gonna maybe pop up, but it's post heated and everything properly, so hopefully nothing does come up. But this bumper, there's a piece here, there's inlays in this light area, there's this piece, this strip with the seam on the hard body line across. There's a piece in here on the inside of the trunk. Then there's the full piece. And then just working around all this with the exhaust tips that I didn't even want to mess with to remove, which would have been easier. But all of this was like, they painted over the trim. So I had to tuck past the normal tucking point to cover all the white. Again, if this car was black, it'd be a completely different story. The body work here is, you could see, it's kind of loose, so I wrapped as deep as I could. I mean, that's the best it's gonna get. And yeah, so that bumper was an absolute mission. It took me all day to do that thing. Just running the seams, you know, the knifeless tape, playing around with it. It was crazy, man. That never again do I want to touch this car. And I definitely heavily underpriced this thing, but it is what it is. You learn something new every day on every car. But next time, if someone brings me a white one, it's gonna be going way up. So this thing, overall, like I said, it came out amazing. Just a ton of work. I really hope he appreciates it because of how good it looks. And just like, it's like a brand new car, you know what I'm saying? All the gloss black accents, leaving the top gloss black, is just the perfect look for this car. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I think it came out amazing. Super happy with how this one came out. Super proud always of like doing white cars, just because the sheer amount of work that goes into these things, man. It's just hiding the white is really hard. And unless you wrap cars, you wouldn't know, but trust me, it's not easy. And, you know, especially around like these flares and all these extra pieces that these Range Rovers have. So, yeah, it came out amazing. I hope he appreciates it as well because of the amount of work put into it. And yeah, on to the next one.